Patrice, are O&A next?
I hope not. I wish JV and Elvis didn't lose their job, or Imus. It's funny. This is the thing. I don't know her, but I'm assuming that she has nothing to do with funny. So I'm gonna speak as the expert on funny. Funny people should just be left to trying to be funny.
What if they're not funny?
Then you made a mistake. But how many times has how many unfunny rape jokes lead to rape? Like,
I don't know how many jokes about rape there are.
There's a lot. But your world is not funny. Your world is next on the big story. My world is people trying to be funny.
Well, I mean, you think it's okay to try to make jokes about rape?
I'm diabetic. I make fun of that. I'm a victim. I might lose a toe. But I'm trying to make fun of. I'm trying to make fun of anything I think I can make fun of.
Sonia?
You know, what's happening now is the marketplace is deciding what's appropriate or what's not appropriate. I think the nation is just tired. There's a new mood in the nation.
What nation?
The nation. You know what? We're tired of things that are just
Is this the nation, this paper, and you? I'm not the nation. I'm just speaking for me and funny. You're speaking for the nation, or you're speaking for...
Yeah, you know why? Because I remember 6 years ago doing something against Anthony Openy because they were just so outrageous, and their violent images that they put out to women was just uncalled for. And now I think people...
You think they were trying to be funny?
I think now people in this country...
Do you think they were trying to be funny?
Tired. You know what? I don't care if they're trying to be funny.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you in that business?
I've been to your show once, and it wasn't very funny being a woman.
It was hilarious.
When you talked about...
That's why she doesn't like me. I was in the paper with her, and the joke is hilarious, called The Angry Pirate. And the lady who wrote it in her outrage didn't even know what it meant, and anybody who read it laughed because they know what funny... You're not living in the context of funny. You're living in the context of fired.
Have every right to be as funny as they want. They can go out and try to be as funny as they want, make as much money being as funny as they want. This is what's happening. There is a change in this country. People are realizing they have an opportunity to speak out, and advertisers are listening. Radio stations are listening.
Sonia,
you're not talking to who I talk to.
And you're not going to get paid as much money anymore.
Sonia and Patrice,
that's
look
what
at
it
this.
is. The marketplace
More
is
CBS
speaking.
radio firings. They've been on a tear lately.
All right.
Are they cleaning house, or is this the PC cops run amok?
You know what it is, John. You know what it is while you're reading that paper. It's the PC cops run amok.
Do you think she's a PC cop?
Of course she is. She has an entire encyclopedia of her stance on it, but it's no passion involved. It's not a real... This is just what she has to say. We are outraged and fired and fired and fired. Name calling. I'm outraged. I am outraged.
You should be outraged.
I am a fool. Now, if I called you a fool,
You know what? People are feeling a new sense of entitlement.
Who are these people
in this country?
Who are the people?
A new sense of entitlement.
Here's my question. How can you justify a bad joke, a joke that isn't funny? Oh, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
An attempt that isn't funny, doesn't get any laughs, and is about raping the first black woman to ever become the Secretary of State of the United States.
Don't throw that at me.
Well, why not?
The attempt is what I'm trying to fight for. The joke funny jokes and unfunny jokes are come out of the same birth. That you don't know if anything is going to be funny. You should attempt to be able to make anything funny.
Don't you think a joke about rape is doomed to be not funny?
It's possible, but I've heard them. You've
heard a funny rape joke?
I say a couple. Watch my HBO special. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, Patrice says that if you're having sex with a woman, doggy style, and if you hit her in the head just the right time.
No, it's ejaculate in her eye and kick her in the shin, and she walks around like, arg! It's the angry pirate. That's what she was trying to say.
A violent act of hitting her in the back of her head, her body.
It's called the donkey punch.
Which will then...
Why are you laughing? She's outraged. It's called the donkey punch. It's whole humor that she has no clue what it is.
We have the same problem that Opie and Anthony does. You can't say just anything on the air.
You can say anything you want. It might not be funny. You might get in trouble for it, but you should be able to be attempting. And plus, when is a crazy bum going to get an opportunity to rape the president? If the president's wife, John? It was trying to be funny.
All right, Patrice, why aren't I hearing Al Sharpton complain about this thing involving Congress?
Because it wasn't involving young black women.
Well, it's involving a very prominent black woman.
Well, where was she during Young Black? Everybody has their agenda.
I was there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, excuse me.
But why am I not hearing from Sharpton?
Because it doesn't concern him. It's not concerning him. It's black. It's, you know, come on now. You know Al Sharpton has his agenda, and it was perfect for Al. Young black women. And now she's representing just women in general. She's not representing the nappy hoe part. She's representing just the hoe. The nappy-headed part, she has nothing to do with. Just the hoe.
Sonia?
You know what? Women have been abused publicly in the media for too long, and people are tired of it. This has been a beautiful response of just the general public saying to advertisers, we're your consumers. We don't want to have to avoid everything in the street. We don't want to have to worry about what radio station we turn on. And there is some really derogatory, violent thing to deal with. You're going to get all your
information, ma'am, is secondhand from someone making you aware that someone may have said something that you should be upset about. It's a shame. Your constituency, the people you represent aren't all victims in this matter.
Patrice O'Neill, thank you very much. Sonia Osorio, thanks to both of you. Appreciate it. Time for Big Politics.
New York studio, comedian, radio personality, Patrice O'Neill. All right.
What's up?
How you doing? Welcome back. Good to see you.
How you doing?
Did the CBS and NBC do the right thing?
No. What are they accomplishing after 2 weeks? And what are they accomplishing? What are y'all trying to accomplish? I don't understand where this is going.
And so, no, seriously, you don't find anything wrong with those comments?
It's something wrong with the comments, but you act like Don Imus and Kramer are like malignant spots, but the whole country.
You say you. I didn't even give you my opinion yet.
White people. I know what your opinion is,
White
John.
people.
Yes, and that whole thing you read was all like abhorrent.
That's what NBC said.
Outrage. Nobody black is saying that.
That's because they were. That's because those comments were abhorrent, and the reason why we have to defend these young women is because no one else will. The reason why we have to punish Don Imus is because if we don't stand up and speak out, no one else will, and comments like this will continue to be mainstream in public space.
Well, what if this was your daughter who worked so hard, reached the championship, and some dopey radio host says something like that? You wouldn't like it.
First of all, have you had any of those girls on?
I will invite them on.
What do you think?
They've commented to NBC in New York, and they're furious.
Of course, that ain't the real.
Those are their words.
What do you think they really said when they heard that? They didn't go, "Oh, that's outrageous." They went, "I know he didn't call me no nappy-headed hoe." That's what they said. I know that cracker didn't say nappy-headed hoe. That's what they said. They wasn't outraged.
Yeah,
savage and others. But we got to hold everybody to the same standard. We must establish what is the standard.
Let's fire all of them.
Hold on, Armstrong.
Let's fire all of them then. I have no problem with
that. And then
it.
what?
Are you offended?
I'm not because first of all, nobody except for me and the good doctors under 60, and none of you know what funny is. Like the doctor.
Was that fun? Was it funny? What I
to say
funny to me?
Nappy-headed hoe
was it funny?
Is hilarious, but in context of context of a comic. You should be able to explore any words you want to say. He messed up.
Would it be different if a black person said it?
Of course. I can say nappy-headed hoe all day. But I want to be able to call white girls straight-headed hoes anytime I feel like it. Anytime.
And would you?
Of course.
And should you be punished for it?
Of course not.
Right. So, Dr. Hill, are we overreacting here?
No, wait, dude. But listen, if we start challenging that word, right, and we start to try to ban the word nigga and ban the word nappy-headed hoes, right, let me ask you, how? Who's going to suffer in the long run? It ain't going to be white people. You don't say nappy-headed hoe on a regular basis in the street. I might. I say hoe, maybe not nappy. That's something new for me.
Look at the next guy that he works for, the next person he works for. Patrice, I mean,
I'm just saying, I know funny. And I know if he had said nappy-headed athletes or nappy-headed young women,
why is that okay?
No, it's not okay if he had said that.
We'd be just as offended.
Nappy-headed athlete would have been, is he using an adjective? I don't get that. Yeah. But to say nappy-headed hoe is so ridiculous, you know he was trying to be funny. Well, you know it.
I mean, you do it.
Because the seriousness of the doctor is what He's so. It's the fact is,
You're saying the doctor's a hypocrite?
No, not a hypocrite. Tricky. But what I'm saying is,
you're over here celebrating, calling people hoes, and thinking it's funny. To me, that's the
man, stop it.
That's the issue.
Stop it. You're being too serious. First of all, when was nappy-headed hoe? Wait a minute. When was nappy-headed hoe ever a term that was subjugating to black folks?
No.
Nappy-headed hoe. When? Back in the 20s? During slavery?
Look, it is offensive, and Imus says himself it's offensive. Here's my question. Hang on a second, Doc. Patrice, in all seriousness here, if this is how Imus is going to be treated, what about the people leading the charge? Is it fair? You say, well, you're trying to create this. Is there hypocrisy?
Divide and conquer.
No.
That's why
I'm not dividing and conquer. I'm saying
to prevent it from being that, let him say what he wants. So I can say what I want.
You want everybody to say everything. You don't care.
Yes.
All right, but you're being real and honest. But I'm saying, are they being hypocritical?
And sexist.
Are they being hypocritical? Hang on a second.
There's nothing hypocritical.
I'm asking Patrice.
Look, man. If you tell somebody something, how to say something, and you have made mistakes in your life, I can't use hypocrite. I gotta go back to the black community, Sean.
We're gonna figure it out right there. Don't go.
Either everybody's wrong or everybody gets to say what they want.
Everybody says what, because the word nigga does not mean what it did in 1920, no matter what you say and when you say it.
But you and I had this debate once before. That word is meant to hurt. Period.
And it could hurt. Yes. But you just saying it doesn't hurt me, because that implies that you're better than me.
What are you pointing at me for?
Because if I call you a cracker, it never meant nothing to you. It was almost like, thank you. But you're being an arbiter just for, like, they painting you into a corner. You don't even realize that your whole seriousness is messing you up, and now you gotta commit to saying that Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson are hypocrites. You had to commit.
Cheesing and soft shoe and talking about how this isn't a serious issue.
This is where the problem is.
This is a serious issue.
Now, this is what they do.
Who's they?
They make us fight.
Who's they?
Who does?
When he goes soft shoe. That's more insulting to me than nappy-headed hoe. That's when black people call each other words like that, soft shoe, house nigga. Get out of here. You know better than that, Doc.